Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Grimmworks Comic Corner, issue 13.
13.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know how to do it. Would you just do this?
It'll be like 1 and 3.
Yeah. But you can't do 10. I just like 10.
You just go 1 and...
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Anyway, guys, this is Grimmworks Comic Talk. We just speak about comics and,
and this
everything
week,
comic related.
Yeah, this week wasn't very good.
It wasn't. Format of the show, we bring you floppies where we picked up the week.
Mm-hmm.
We try to convince you to read, buy, or get your hands on a tray back.
Yes.
And at the end of the show, we let my friend over here, Mr. Roman, give you what's coming up tomorrow in your comic stores.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys don't know, I'm Tony, and that's
Roman.
There you go. Let's get it started. I mean, this was a horrible week for comics. It was like, because it ended in a weird, like, 5th week.
Yeah.
That's what I like calling it.
Yeah, the 5th week, if you don't know anything about comics, everything is split up into 4. So every time you have a 5th week, you have the weird comics.
Yeah, you have like this either annuals or one shots or the stuff that just weird. And this week was just it was hard. It was hard to get through.
Yeah, this week was particularly bad.
Yeah, we're coming from San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had a delay on the shipment.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I was really disappointed. The Jack Kirby stuff has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so excited for Darkseid. We'll get to that. We'll see why I'm not so excited anymore. But we're going to start with...
We're going to start off with Black Racer and Shiloh Norman Special Number 1. It is written by Reginald Hudlin, and the artist is Denny's Cowlin and Ryan Benjamin.
Yeah, so this is one of those Jack Kirby specials and the New Gods comics. You know, it starts really good. It starts decently. You understand who the Black Rider is, and the whole fear of death and shit like that.
And it kind of gives you like a primer for the New Gods. Some of them are actually gods, like Orion, like Allfather, like Darkseid, all these kinds of things. But they can actually they kind of played with it in terms of like what they can actually do. Sometimes they're a spirit and they embody, and this is kind of what it is with the Black Racer.
Yeah, this one was weird because before that we read Mr. Miracle. We got into Miracle. He's actually a god. He's son of Allfather?
Yes.
So, you know, he has the whole, he could get out of everything, but I guess he had a protege or an apprentice and that's that Shiloh dude, right?
No, Shiloh Norman is like the human form of Mr. Miracle.
Is that what it is?
Because like Shiloh Norman, they explain it that Shiloh Norman hung out with the original Mr. Miracle, and he has a mother box of his own.
That's I thought it was like an apprentice style. He was like around him so much, you got to know some of the secrets.
Yeah, kind of like
shit
a
like
magician's
that.
apprentice.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the Black Rider is like, okay, some dude, soldier, lives right, and then after going through war and after going through the hardships of being a military man, comes home and gets fucking gutted and shutted in front of his own goddamn house. I was like, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And then he was chosen. I know that these gods could choose humans from Earth to make them gods.
Yeah.
And the Black Rider is death. He's death for the gods.
Yes.
He has one purpose, is to go and kill the gods. When his time is done, he shows up. Can't escape them. And it's weird because he rides around in skis.
Yeah, it's a stupid costume.
It's like Galactus fucking wannabe skier. It's weird.
It's really weird because he kind of has like a T helmet, like where it's like a T. It's really weird. Kind of like, I guess, Boba Fett for a lot of you Star Wars guys.
But then again,
fucking nerds.
If it wasn't enough to standalone story because they introduced this human miracle man, you got confused because you're dealing with the main Rider story, like the how he became the Black Rider and what he's going through.
Yeah,
and then you have
this kind of beeline story.
Yeah, this beeline chopping through the whole main story, and this was.
Well, I mean, the reason like the Black Rider even like comes like out is because Mr. Miracle, Shiloh Norman, is doing
a stunt.
He's doing a stunt, and it turns out somebody fucks with it somehow. He's like strapped to a rocket.
And that was supposed to be the it for him.
Yeah, but basically, like, he just keeps going back and forth in time. And eventually, he goes back to the correct time, but before it blows up, and he's able to save the rocket. Able to do that. And the whole thing, it was weird because, like, he's doing this for a charity for orphans. Yeah. That seemed just, like, shoehorned in at the very last minute. Like, he can't just do, like, stunts for people. He has to be a hero, so it has to go to, like, orphans.
And then he's questioning why this god is seeking him if he's not a god.
Yeah.
Then you have him questioning his mortality. Then you have him talking to his mother box while he's warping through times and shit. And then you have the family of the Black Rider going, this is happening, this is your fault. It was too much.
Yeah.
The art is really good, but it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much. And I mean, I guess if you guys are a fan of the New God stuff, I mean, pick it up. But like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot in a single floppy.
Yeah. With the format of the show, we do honorable mentions. And we really, if this was a bigger list of comics, we probably wouldn't even mention it.
It was a weird week.
That's probably going to be the theme for a lot of these comics.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm going to start you off right. This is not a good week for comics.
No.
It's not.
So you know what? It's a bad comic. If you're really a New Gods fan, pick it up just for that.
Yeah.
If not, just pass. It's
I mean, the art's not even good enough to save it. It's good, but not good enough to save it. Like I said, too much, and even in the panels, it's too much. And I guess throw out to Jack Kirby now, but it doesn't seem like they're gonna be part of the fucking story either. And the whole metal god shit. So it's out there, guys.
Thumbs down.
All right, let's get to something. I enjoyed it.
I did,
but it wasn't like, oh man, badass and all that. It's
Red Hood and the Outlaws Annual #1. It's written by Scott Lobdell as well as drawn by Tyler Kirkham. Now I will say the art is good in this comic.
Oh, the art's amazing.
Like, the art's good. Scott Lobdell, I don't like a lot of his writing, so I can't really say anything on it. It's just
it's a weird story because they're just trying to let you catch up on what's going on with Red Hood and the Outlaws. Now that it's Artemis and Bizarro running around with fucking Red Hood.
Yeah.
And it's alright.
I will say
they bring in Nightwing because they're going through this mission in a circus.
Yeah.
And they Jason Todd is like, oh, you're my hero, and I admire you and all that shit, blah blah blah. And I knew you were part of the circus, so kind of help me. And then Nightwing's like, I don't want to fuck with the circus, not no more.
Not anymore. But
and it becomes a mystery of what's going on in the circus.
Eventually, KG Beast, or the Beast as he's called now, comes in. He's kind of the antagonist for this, but
because it turns out that Red Hood embarrassed a high was it Russian?
Yeah.
KGB? Someone he shouldn't have met. So he had a lot of daddy's money. So he goes and he awakens the beast, or he makes the beast appear.
Yeah, he basically kills everybody on the boat. Okay, look. This is a bad comic. I'm not going to say anything else, but there is one saving grace. Remember how I was talking shit about how they wrote Bizarro?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like the way he writes Bizarro, but the fact that he made out with the bearded chick, I'm all for it.
It's cool. I mean, it has its good points. It has the fun of a circus, has the fun of a mystery.
Yeah.
I ain't care for the villain.
Yeah.
The beast will be like, I'm not gonna kill everything kind of beast.
Trust me, he's been a shitty villain since 1989.
You know what though? I did like the whole where Jason Todd is like, you're supposed to be my brother.
Yeah.
He was talking to Nightwing. He's like, we come from the fucking same background, same family. You're supposed to be my brother. You're hesitant to fucking help me when I'm calling you for help. And he's like, this was your forte. It's a fucking circus. I like that little struggle in there. Yeah. Like I said, it's good. It's good.
It's okay.
It would have been my pick of the week if we didn't have something else coming up in line.
Yeah.
If I had, if you're an enforcement pick of the week, this is probably one of the better comics that came out this week.
This would probably be an honorable mention on a regular show.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of Red Hood. I like the way they're writing Bizarro, like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And him making up with a beer lady was that much cooler.
I did have problems with it before, because we reviewed. It was supposed to be like the death of Bizarro storyline.
Which was really, I thought it was really good.
I didn't like it, but I don't know. I guess Bizarro's kind of grown on me. Like, I understand he has to evolve as a character. I'm like, all right, it's just another evolve. If you give him more things, like where he's doing like stupid things, like making out with a bearded lady,
Oh, he becomes a comic relief of the
if
comic.
he becomes a comic relief, like I'm all for it. Like every comic does need something.
I like it because they're writing him as the Frankenstein. And that's by far my favorite monster.
Yeah.
And I there's nothing wrong with it. And Red Hood, he's always gonna be a crybaby little bitch, but
Yeah.
he's
I like him for some reason.
out of the whole Batman dude, I like that he got magic in him, like a little bit of taste of magic of how he came back, and he goes through that old lady for the training.
Yeah.
He's a gunslinger. I like that. Because the whole thing about Batman is he's like never pick up the gun.
Yeah.
Never. He trains his fucking ramen's martial arts and gives him staff and everything and batarangs, but he goes never a gun. He still wears the mantle like almost like Batman. Yet he carries guns. It's like a big fuck you to Batman. Be like, you let me die. Guess what? I'm going around fucking being a mercenary with these guns. I like it.
So this comic is okay.
I like it, guys. Pick it up. It's one of the better ones for this week.
All right.
Next
up,
we're gonna get to this big fucking disappointment.
Yeah, it's Darkseid special number 1. It is written by Mark Evenler and drawn, I guess, by Scott Collins. I love Scott Collins. He did a big run on The Flash, which I love. He did most of that with Jeff Johns, so I really like Scott Collins' artwork. That's kind of the only saving grace for this comic.
Yeah. All right, guys. When this Jack Kirby stuff was coming out, I thought this was gonna be the best comic of all. I thought they were gonna tie it with whatever's going on with Highfather.
Yeah.
And I thought they were gonna tie it a little bit more to the metal. And then fucking Darkseid alone is a fucking beast. He's a badass.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, oh, they're gonna give him like an amazing story like they did with Orion, like what they did with a fucking even Mr. Miracle was interesting. They gave me fucking crap.
Yeah.
They gave me a story called Darkseid that barely revolves around Darkseid.
No, it revolves around Darkseid. It's just that
It's not in his point of view.
it's not his point of view. It's like this gang of mercenaries on Apocalypse that's trying to stop Darkseid. It says Darkseid special. It should be about Darkseid, but I guess
It's like an Apocalypse special.
I guess the reason why they didn't do that is because they're like, oh, he's a god. We don't want to get into that kind of like thing. But they've done it in the past, so I don't know why they don't do it now.
I know it's wordy as fuck, and it's just they're following this resistance.
The story is just
It's weird.
It's not weird. It's just it's a normal story. It's a story that would be okay anywhere else except for Apocalypse, because Apocalypse Darkseid's supposed to rule with absolute impunity.
No, but see, we learned from Mr. Miracle that there is spies in Apocalypse that try to change.
Spies. That's the thing.
Yeah,
These aren't spies. They're out in the open. Like
I said, weird.
It's just it's not a good comic.
It's not.
So
But the art is fucking amazing.
the art is awesome.
It's
Scott Collins has been fucking.
It's dark and gritty, and Apocalypse is supposed to be like a hell world, but the blues pop out so fucking crisp.
Yeah. And there's different shades.
In the fire that in his eyes and shit. All that color just fucking good, because you have a background like hell and darkness and shit. Yet fucking when Darkseid does appear in a comic, he appears like that fucking.
Exactly. He gets a full fucking splash page. In every panel that he is in, it's front and center. He's right there. The thing that I didn't like was and they're established in the Darkseid lore and the new and Apocalypse, all that stuff, is the Furies. The Furies suck. One of them looks like a female creeper, and I really hate that, because honestly, I don't know what the Creeper does. Like, the Creeper is another character in DC. He's a reporter that turns into the Creeper. He's like he looks like a yellow Joker with like frizzy hair, and he has like a stupid costume. But then there's, of course, this right here where one of them is kind of taking that. One of them is like called Quake or something. I don't know. It's bullshit. There's better ways to introduce Furies. One of the better ones that I found was in what you would say a crap comic, one of my favorite comics, Final Crisis. Final Crisis actually involves the Furies and they make them look badass. This one completely dulls them.
I was just so hyped for this comic. I was like, I even went to grab it when the shipment came in.
Mm-hmm.
I even called. We have people that we're friends with that work at a comic, so I even asked for a favor. I was like, hey man, can you just put one of them aside for me?
Yes.
Put them in a hold because that's how bad I wanted it.
Yeah.
Thinking it was gonna be amazing. It was just goddamn disappointment.
Yeah.
Bad comic, guys.
Thumbs
Even
down.
the art doesn't save it. And the art's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about the art too, so that just let you know. Alright, I don't have a pick of the week this week because, hey man, horrible week.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't going to put this up because I thought it was going to be a start of a new arc.
Mm-hmm.
But I picked it up because you guys don't know Marvel's having the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite
video game coming out September 19th.
Yeah, they do. So what they did is they're giving you variant comics where they have them fighting each other.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Darkseid fan. And when I saw Jeddah fighting Thanos, I was like, oh, I'm going to pick this up because they're the main bad guys off the games, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't checked out the guys. It's not out yet. It comes out this month, the 29th?
Yeah, the 19th.
The 19th?
Mm-hmm. 2
Almost
weeks.
so soon. One of the comics employees told me it's good, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a new arc." He's like, "I think it is." So I picked it up. I was pleasantly surprised. It's not a beginning of an arc, but it's a really good comic.
Yep.
Of course, I think it's middle of the arc, so I'm lost. It deals with Thanos and his family. Turns out he has a son that has the Phoenix power.
Yeah. Well, just to let you know, this is Thanos number 10. It's written by Jeff Lemire, and the art is by German Peralta.
That's a weird name.
That is a weird name, but yeah, it's like it's literally in the middle of an arc, but it's Jeff Lemire, so I have to give it a fucking thing.
It revolves around Thanos' family. His 2 daughters and his son and his brother.
Yeah,
and it looks like Thanos got beat. Like I said, it's a little. You get to catch up. You do the way the writing is. You don't fall that behind. There's some unanswered questions where you be like, "Oh, okay."
Well, the thing is, from what I've got from it, Thanos is kind of having like an identity crisis where he doesn't know what he truly wants.
Yeah, because I thought that came from him getting beat by his son.
Yeah, so like the whole thing is like he goes to a planet where there's like 3 witches that like if you go into like this, I guess like this canyon, like this abyss, you'd face like your what you want most, and it turns out he's like part of the Avengers. Like,
that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I was like
if you guys ever want to see if Thanos became a good guy, you're like, oh, okay, he'll be like the strongest Avenger because he has a little bit of everything. He is a god.
Yeah,
and the planet is for the gods.
Yeah,
he has the 3 witches, which. It almost seemed like Hercules. You know Hercules?
Yeah.
The witches that share an eye?
Yeah.
I thought that was like their little throw at that.
Yeah.
I love that. And you have his brother there, and he's like, man, I can't believe you're this weak, Thanos.
Yeah.
You're being a little bitch right now. And Thanos is like, I am being a little bitch.
Well, the thing is, like, they're showing him, like, a life that he could have, and it's like him being a good guy with the Avengers, solving this. He realizes that it's all a trick, and
which is one of the best fucking moments in the comic. He's like, wait a minute,
he's the fucking Mad Titan.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Thanos. What the fuck am I doing trying to be an Avenger? And he wakes up, and that's just the fucking best because he goes after everybody that's been doing it wrong.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like there's a Beast storyline that's happening. His daughters,
Nebula.
There you go.
Nebula and the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. What's her name?
Gamora. There you go. They're trying to outrun Thanos' son, who's called Thane, I believe.
Yeah, Thane.
Thane. He's imbued with the power of the Phoenix.
Yep.
So I don't know when this happened, but this is issue 10. We got to get the last 9 issues.
Oh yeah, I want to go and read the rest of this stuff because it's really good.
And the thing is, like, Thane is looking for Thanos. By the end, it's pretty much Thanos is like, I'm here, bitch. Let's go. You're my son, but I'm still gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, and then he had a fight with his brother. Was really good. Really good comic, guys.
Yeah.
It's not a beginning of the arc, so I didn't want to put it out there, but it was the best stuff coming out this week. Filled with action. You fucking see Thanos on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
He was a good guy, and how he leads the Avengers. Then you realize, wait, he's a fucking mad titan, a god, a powerful villain. Wakes the fuck up, and guess what happens when you wake a fucking god up? That's that bad. He goes and takes action. Pretty good.
Maybe this is what Darkseid special should have been.
Yeah.
But next up is my pick of the week. It is Generations, Hawkeye. It's written by Kelly Thompson and it is drawn by Stefano Raphael.
Why did you like this comic?
Why did I like it?
Like, before you get to
Go for it.
telling the people it was good, I thought it was garbage.
Okay. You gotta elaborate because garbage just nothing answered.
Hawkeye's one of those on and off characters I kind of like. I think Matt Fraction was writing him, and that was really good because he was beat up. He was, I want to quit already. I don't want to be here no more. You see him be human. All right, that Clint Barton is pretty good.
Yes, I agree.
This Clint Barton, I didn't care for. And the new Hawkeye, I don't know nothing about.
Okay, that's the thing. In the, not necessarily in Matt Fraction's run, but Kate has been a character in Hawkeye for a little bit. Hawkeye, Clint Barton, is her mentor. During the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, where it was like really good, it was kind of like one-shot stories, they really developed that relationship, like that mentor relationship. And what I liked about this one is that it still continues that. She still has that, like, throughout the whole comic, there's like, because the whole thing with Generations is somehow the new character, whichever it is, meets the old character through like some kind of time distortion.
And then they know that when throws the past,
the new one knows that they've been thrown in the past, but the old one doesn't. Yep. So like they're on a world where they're trying to figure out who the best marksman is. So it's kind of like hunting on an island.
I don't know if you guys know Battle Royale.
Yeah. Or Hunger Games, maybe.
Hunger Games. I can't remember that Cold Steve Austin movie, The Condemned.
I never saw that.
You never saw it? No. Well, what happens is they put a whole bunch of people on an island and they make them fight to the death.
Yeah.
Winner either gets their freedom or gets a big prize or, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
I felt like someone got all the fucking best archers or anybody that could hit a bullseye from an island.
And the thing is, like, they don't die. They just get teleported back to where they were before. The reason I liked it was not because of the actual story of them being on the island. It's the characters themselves, how they interact. It's the same thing with, like, the Wolverine one, where it's not necessarily what's going on. It's about the characters interacting with each other. And that was the same thing that I got here. It's very sweet. Towards the end, Kate is like, you are my mentor. You don't know me just yet, but you are my mentor. And she's just kind of telling this. And Clint Barton's kind of a douche, so they kind of play on that. Douche. Yeah, exactly. So
even when he was part of Iron Man's Avengers, he was always
so that's the thing, is like they have that kind of yin and yang, which I like that part of it, and that's why I liked it. Now, don't get me wrong, this was a really bad week for comics, so this was kind of an easy pick for me. But for you, you didn't like it. It's just me. I like character interaction.
The way you explained it, maybe it's because I don't care for the characters.
That's true.
Like, the only part I liked from the comic was when she was making fun of his costume.
Yeah.
And she put on the mask. It's like, I always want to be that. And it's like, oh man, this mask smells.
Yeah.
That was about it. I couldn't even finish reading the end of it because I like 3/4 of the way, I just stopped caring about it.
And that's the thing, is like towards the end, that's where you get a lot of the character kind of thing.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't care for this K-girl. And Clint Barton, I know he's a douchebag. So.
Well, that's the whole thing, is like, I read that Matt Fraction run, I liked it so much because of that character interaction.
I did like it, but did not make me like the character. It was really good. It was really good.
Okay, that's the thing with Matt Fraction. If you don't know anything about Matt Fraction, the one thing I can say that you should read, honestly, is his Invincible Iron Man run. That is an awesome fucking series. It's maybe about 50 books, maybe.
I read some of that.
It's really good. That's my favorite stuff from Matt Fraction. The problem with Matt Fraction and other things is he starts off super strong. You can tell he puts in a lot of work in the first 3 issues, maybe the first 6 issues. After that, you can tell he doesn't know what he's doing and he's kind of just winging it. I hate that about Matt Fraction. Or maybe I'm wrong. Matt Fraction, you can tell me otherwise, but that's what it feels like.
The way I read the Matt Fraction stuff is like it was a really good story, but he doesn't make you fall in love with the character. It's everything around it, but you could put any character in it, it'll be a really good story. Like the Hawkeye we're talking about, it could be Punisher, it would have been a really good story. It could have been Daredevil, would have been a really good story. You could put anybody that's on the lower end of not having powers. Yeah. Put him in that situation that he put Clint Barton in. That would have been the same. It would have been a really good story.
I don't know. That's an interesting take on it. Maybe I'll have to think on that.
Yeah, I was like, you're making a human hero even more human. Yeah. That, oh man, the aches, the pain of catching up with these dudes that have powers and it's a lot easier for them.
My kind of rebuttal, at least for the Punisher thing that you're saying, that you can just plug in Punisher. Punisher doesn't have any friends, doesn't have any, like, real feelings towards anybody, so it really doesn't.
Depends, because on the newest of the Punisher, after Micro got killed, he kind of tried to make little connections here and there,
but then it shut off again. That's the thing, is like Clint Barton is a douche, but he still has these I guess relationships that he's trying to. They're strained to hell. But he's still trying to keep those relationships going. Yeah. While Punisher is like, I want to make this connection, but fuck it. And you can't really put him in that same thing. That's at least for Punisher.
Maybe you're right. I mean, I was just trying to say, you put any hero that doesn't have powers in that kind of situation, or that kind of style comic, that'd probably be a really good story. But because he writes good.
Does anybody hate Russians as much as Hawkeye?
No.
There you go. You can't have
Punisher.
I don't know. I think he just hates the Mafia.
Russians have Mafia?
I mean, yeah, but he's more like... He's an Italiano, you know what I mean? So...
Hey, guys, if you like... if you like the Hawkeyes, this is a good pick for you guys. Yeah. If you want to know in the world of marksmanship, like, they throw a lot of names out there that come in the comics, you're like, I forgot about this.
Oh, you didn't read the rest of the comic, right?
No, I didn't.
Fucking Taz, your boy Taz comes out.
I saw that. I didn't even... I saw Taskmaster come in.
He gets taken out like a bitch.
Yeah, you have 2 of them against 1, whatever. But I saw him, I was like, not interested enough.
It wasn't 2 against 1.
Yeah,
it was him in the middle of a jungle and he kicks Taskmaster's ass.
It was just Clint?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
He literally is just like, I can see your every move, fucking monologuing. And he does. It's the best thing. And he literally grabs the arrow and just sticks him, and he waits by him. That's it.
Really?
That's it. Taskmaster's a bitch. Unless you're playing Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3 and you use the fucking pink suit, that's the shit.
You know what? It makes me even hate this comic even more. Make you fucking.
My pick of the week.
I am so disappointed this week with comics.
But you know,
I thought it would be even a good fight. You know, I thought they would put Bullseye in here.
He is in there. Yeah. He's at the end. The thing you didn't read. Either way.
Because they were giving you all these marksman villains, so I was like,
Bullseye's in there, baby. You didn't read far enough.
I was like, Bullseye is
that's why you gotta read a comic towards the end. Unless it's Lady Mechanica, in which you can't do that. But, you know what? It was comics.
Talk about Bullseye.
Let's talk about fucking Bullseye. Let's talk about one of Brian Michael Bendis's, who is the writer of this particular thing, with the help through art by Mike Diodato. Alright. Diodato.
Alright, guys. You know what? It's actually a really good trade bag week. Because you have the whole, we're talking about Thanos being a good guy. Yes. We have, Bullseye and stuff. So, Dark Avengers. This is after the Skrull invasion.
Yes, this is gonna take a little bit of setup, but it's not very long.
This will be real quick. Skrulls invade Earth. You know, they have this war and invasion.
Yeah, they can shapeshift, so they shapeshift into people of power, not just heroes, also villains, also people in the government.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
it turns out some of your favorites turn out to be Skrulls for a long time.
Yeah, if you liked Elektra.
Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman was one of them. Yeah. She was the Skrull Queen, actually. But basically, there was a Skrull invasion. They're able to fight off the invasion, but the one who kills the actual Skrull Queen, and I say kills because he puts a fucking bullet in her temple, is Norman Osborn.
Green Goblin. You guys don't know who Green Goblin is? You guys...
You fucking up.
You guys don't know who Marvel is?
Yeah.
He's been in the movies. He's been almost in any Spider-Man comic that's actually been good.
Yeah.
I mean, he was really good in this one.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. S.H.I.E.L.D. is no longer... is disbanded. They are coming in with... Norman Osborn has a new thing in mind, and it's called Hammer. Alright.
Which was the stupidest name
It's stupid. But Hammer, S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, the same thing.
Okay, so, you're getting a little ahead of yourself. So he kills the Skrull Queen. Tony Stark goes, I'll take the blame for whatever. And S.H.I.E.L.D. disbands, and Norman Osborn takes control.
Yeah.
He is the authority of whatever Marvel has going on.
He's now he's the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. basically. But it's called Hammer now.
And leader of the Avengers.
Yes.
And he fucking just goes, what? You know what? Everybody, you're fired. He's bringing his own team, and of course...
Okay. There's a reason why he's firing everybody. There is, during the Civil War, this is going back, Civil War, you had to register your real name as a superhero, blah, blah, blah. He wants that list because he's still a bad guy. So he's trying to get into it. This plays into my favorite run on Matt Fraction, the Invincible Iron Man. It's a big deal there. But for Dark Avengers, what he does is he's like, you know what? We're going to have the new and improved Avengers. So what does he do? He becomes Iron Patriot. So he has a suit.
Which that suit is actually pretty good.
It is pretty cool. Wolverine
is Dakin. You guys know who Dakin is? That's Wolverine's actual son.
Yes.
And it's cool because he has fucking a little blade that comes out here.
Yeah, he has two that come out, and
he has a fucking last one Mohican style, and he's all tight. I like Dakin. Sorry.
Yeah, you like Dakin. Well, spoilers. He dies because Wolverine drowns him.
Yeah, and Dakin kills the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a love-hate. But
he died like a bitch.
Yeah, anyways, he died by his daddy's hands.
He died drowning. Okay.
That's the only thing he could fucking take out. Cause he has regeneration powers.
Yes.
Does he have Logan's right?
Yeah, that's the only way you can kill. That's the only way you can kill Wolverine.
That or that fucking weird blade
serum or whatever the fuck.
No, it's a blade. Fucking that metal.
Isn't it fucking dipped in like some fucking thing that takes away his powers? I don't know. The death of Wolverine.
We're getting off fucking topic.
So Captain Marvel is Moonstone. Their big hitter is Sentry.
You have Ares as their Thor or the god.
Ares is Thor, basically, or Hercules, whatever. You also have who else? You have Wolverine.
Do they have a Spider-Man?
You had Spider-Man. You had Venom, which was Max Gargan, the
fucking Scorpion.
The Scorpion.
Yeah.
When he had the Venom symbiote.
Yep.
Who else do you have?
That was it, right? Oh, Bullseye. Bullseye is their fucking Hawkeye.
Bullseye is their Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So everybody that you knew that was a villain is now a hero.
And they kind of actually liked it. I love this comic because the villains had that whole struggle. Was like, man, being a good guy is actually not that bad.
Yeah, but then there is some like Moonstone, which is like, this sucks. Like, this is boring. Because the whole thing is like, Norman Osborn is like, look, we have to keep up appearances. Yep. All right? I'll let you do whatever the fuck you want, but appearances. We're good guys now. So in the public, we're good guys. You have to do this. And a lot of the times, he just keeps them locked up in like the new Avengers Tower or the Oscorp.
Unless they get away like the Moonstone is like, I'm fucking done with
this in particular, this is the whole Dark Avenger storylines, and it wasn't very long. It was maybe like 16 issues or so, because that ran into another event called Siege. But the whole thing here is just the villains trying to be superheroes while still having their own agendas.
While the superheroes look like bad guys because they want to fucking tell the world, hey man,
don't trust them.
They're bad guys. Why people don't see this? And they start fighting each other. It's like, oh, look at old Miss Marvel trying to fight Moonsong. He's like,
and there's little things like the whole comic is them doing good things, doing weird things. The thing that is a catalyst to them falling apart is the Sentry.
Dude, the Sentry's
awesome.
The way that they wrote Sentry here and was it World War Hulk?
Yes.
It's fucking amazing.
It's awesome, but in World War Hulk even they didn't touch on it like here.
Oh no, this is a deep into the Sentry.
Yeah, because if you don't know anything about Sentry, his whole thing was like, oh, I was experimented on, I became this guy. What you didn't know is he was a drug addict, stole he broke into like Oscorp or something, stole a drug, and was like, oh, like fucking score, I'm just gonna get high. Turns out it gave him superpowers. Turns out he has multiple personalities.
Yeah, he had something called the Void.
Yeah.
And the Void is a badass.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing, is the Void is starting to eat away more and more. And
yeah, because he's like schizophrenic, or he talks in the Void just like, I'm coming over.
And the whole thing is just like he's the catalyst for everything falling apart. Like even like he starts like destroying fucking buildings. He starts going ape shit on everything, and eventually,
I can't remember the Sentry's real name.
I don't remember
because it takes a big part. Because he goes, you know what? I want to stop him, and he finds a way to kill himself. Isn't it this one? Or am I thinking about something else?
Robert Reynolds is his Bob Reynolds.
Yeah, Bob. There you go. That's Bob.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing is like. Before the Sentry is locked up, and the beginning is actually Norman saying like, hey, I know you're a good guy, we got some meds, you're gonna be good, we're gonna get this whole Void thing, it's bullshit, because you know why? I was the Green Goblin, I have the same thing, bro. Like he's like, I have these medicines, they're gonna cure you, boom boom, eventually it all goes to fuck, it starts going fucking pear-shaped, shit starts hitting the fan. We're not going to tell you exactly what happens leading into Siege, because honestly, you should just pick this up.
It's a really good read, guys.
It is. Now, this is the special edition, blah, blah, blah. They probably have this is the hardcover. They probably have a softback that is just probably a lot cheaper.
And it's just straight story.
Yeah, it's just a straight story. So go ahead and get it. Me and you can't fucking suggest this anymore.
I like the Sentry, and I like the whole mentality of bad guys turning good. Like that was the reason I used to read the Thunderbolts, because I was like, oh, they're giving all these bad guys a chance to be good, and that's the reason I like Suicide Squad. But really good read. Yes, it depends on the writer, but this one was really fucking good.
Brian Michael Bendis knows how to weave those conversations between everybody.
And it lets you realize that fucking A, the Sentry's a badass. B, Norman Osborn is a lot smarter than people fucking let out to be. And he could be a really, really good villain when he wants to be.
Oh, he's a great villain. No matter what.
Well, that I didn't care for him, but
I've always liked him. My biggest thing was with the first Spider-Man movie, the Tobey Maguire thing.
I like Willem.
I love Willem Dafoe.
Dafoe?
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
I thought he did a really good.
He does a great fucking Green Goblin. You put him in a fucking Iron Man suit, and it fucking. There's a scene that is always referenced, and there's a reason for it. It's when he's talking into the mirror, and he morphs his face in such a fucking way. He's literally the Green Goblin. You could have painted his face green, and that would have been it.
Oh, he fucking starts laughing.
Yeah, it's fucking. That's the redeeming scene for that fucking movie. 'Cause that movie was garbage.
For its time,
was still garbage.
It was good.
No, it was garbage.
It was good.
I liked part 2, but that's just because I have an affinity for Doc Ock.
You know, Doc Ock was really good. That Mexican actor, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I forget his name too.
But he's done some good shit. I thought he was really good, Doc Ock.
Alfredo fuck up.
Anyways, none of the Spider-Man. You know what? I never liked the Mary Janes they choose.
Yeah, Mary Jane's always kind of.
Because Mary Jane's supposed to be the epitome of hot and beauty, and they always choose weird, wonky.
Kristen Dunst, fuck you.
Yeah. I know you guys give me shit and everything, but I always thought that Mary Jane would have been Thor Thumbs.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
We call her toe thumbs.
Yeah, that's how they make fun of me.
She does have toe thumbs.
It's like, oh, Tony likes someone that's a fucking thumb. Anyways.
It's not even that. It's just that you need somebody that actually,
you know. Up there.
Yeah.
But guys, pick it up.
Yes.
It's a really good read. You're not going to be disappointed. Lets you into the world of the villains because even Doctor Doom makes an appearance. Namor, Emma Frost when she was in Good or Bad and a whole bunch of shit. It's good. Good. Pick it up, guys. But we're getting to the point where we're done talking about this disappointing floppies and the really good trade back. Trade back, yes. Comics, yeah. At your choosing.
Yeah.
But Roman's about to get into the list for tomorrow's comics.
That's right. Tomorrow's comics. We're going to start off with Marvel. Alright, so we have All New Guardians of the Galaxy number 9, Astonishing X-Men number 3, which is pretty good, by the way. Black Bolt number 5, Champions number 12, Daredevil number 26, Generation X number 6, Generations Iron Man and Ironheart number 1. I've never read an Ironheart comic, so I'm
That's
interested.
that girl one, right?
I'm interested at least. Hawkeye number 10, Iceman number 5, Inhumans Once Future Kings number 2.
I was thinking, you think it's gonna be Tony Stark Iron Man or fucking?
It's got to be Tony Stark Iron Man.
Or Doctor Doom Iron Man.
No, because that's the infamous Iron Man.
Still,
and again, Ironheart is Iron Man, so she has to meet Tony. Hawkeye number 10, Iceman number 5, Inhumans Once Future Kings number 2, Iron Fist number 7, Jessica Jones number 12. Journey to Star Wars Last Jedi Captain Phasma number 1.
That's a lot to say.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking covers. Anyways, Royals number 7, Secret Empire number 10, which is just a variant. Spider-Man 20, Spider-Man Deadpool number 21, Star Wars Darth Vader number 5. Star Wars Rogue One Adaptation number 6, Venomverse number 1.
Damn time.
So that should be something. Venomverse War Stories, which is just going to be a tie-in, probably not very good.
Still gotta pick it up.
Hold on. Oh, it's written by him. Fuck. Declan Shelby is an awesome artist. I don't want to see his writing. But to round out the list for Marvel, it is X-Men Gold number 11. So a fairly okay week for Marvel. Okay, moving on to DC. Astro Cities number 47, Bane Conquest number 5, Batman number 30, Bombshells United number 1, Cyborg 16, Dastardly and Muttley number 1. What the hell is this? It's Garth Ennis. A red letter day for the good folks of Unlikeness Stand.
Yeah. Just because it's Garth Ennis doesn't mean it has to be good.
Yeah, it's probably a Vertigo title. I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Deathstroke number 23.
Ooh, I want to read that one.
Doom Patrol number 8. Green Arrow number 30. Green Lanterns number 30. Harley Quinn number 27. Yes. Injustice 2 number 9. Justice League number 28, which is
finally the next one.
Nightwing number 28. Savage Things number 7. What the hell is Savage Things? Okay, that's another thing. Shade the Changeling Girl number 12. Superman number 30, and Sweet Tooth Book 1. Wait, they're doing
the fucking video game Sweet Tooth?
No. Sweet Tooth is a Jeff Lemire thing.
Oh,
okay. This is just a. This is actually a trade paperback that they have it on here, but it's 1 through 12. Yeah, Sweet Tooth is a pretty good comic. Might review it.
Because the only Sweet Tooth I know is Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I was like, what? They're giving him a comic?
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
The whole It craze is going to bring out the clowns again?
They wouldn't do that.
Alright, guys, we're going to get into the indie stuff. You guys don't know there's a lot of fucking indies. Everybody and their mother's writing comics. So what we do, or mostly what Roman does, he goes to all the big lists and he chooses what he thinks either going to be popular or what we kind of would read. And he's about to get into that list.
Alright, so starting off, Amber Wars Good Apollo number 6.
That hurt me. That's Coheed.
Gotta rep that Coheed, bro. Green Hornet 66 meets Spirit number 3. Infinite 7 number 7. Judge Dredd. Blessed Earth number 5.
The Judge was gonna be good.
Yeah. I mean, even the
Space Cops.
even the shitty Sly Stallone movie.
It was alright. I know they remade it. Never watched the remake.
The remake's actually pretty good.
Is it?
Good. Yeah, it's really fucking good, actually.
Right. This is coming from someone that doesn't watch movies.
This is from somebody that has given up on a lot of movies, so yeah, it's actually pretty good. Kevin Smith, Yoga Hosers.
I actually want to read that.
Shot. I haven't seen the movie, but I heard it's bad.
It has Canadian sausage Nazis. It's just fucking...
I'm down. I mean, I'll at least give it a watch. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The last one I saw was Red State. I missed Tusk.
You didn't watch Tusk?
No,
you gotta watch that.
I want to see Tusk just because I saw the Tusk costume and it looks so fucked up that I want to watch it.
I mean, Kevin Smith's been doing really good actually in the TV show era. The whole Supergirl, Flash. Some of those issues, some of those episodes are really good.
Yeah.
And Yoga Hosers was good. He's giving his daughter, away into Hollywood, so it's fun. It's one of those coming of age teen.
Yeah, there's actually Smodcast where they come up with the term Yoga Hosers. That's a really funny episode. But continuing, Kingsman Red Diamond number 1.
I actually want to read that too because I'm waiting for part 2 to come out.
Yeah,
I want to see that movie so
I wonder
bad.
if this is gonna be part 2, basically.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Pick it up, maybe.
Lark's Killer number 2, Maidman number 1, which is weird because it's kind of a Frankenstein thing that sounds interesting at least.
When I heard the title, I thought it was gonna be Mafia related.
Yeah,
gangsters. I'm a fan for that. So
apparently it's kind of gonna be that, but it's also gonna have a chick Frankenstein. So all right.
I'm a sucker for Frankenstein.
There you go. It's all for you, baby. Outcast number 30, Rocket Girl number 9, 7 to Eternity number 9, Tekken number 4, Walking Dead 171. Wicked and Divine number 31 and Woods 35.
For the Tekken guys, all these fighting game comics are actually pretty good. Street Fighter, Darkstalker, and Tekken, they're actually really good. The art is amazing, but it's actually decent writing. So
Udon is just they always have fantastic artists. Udon, the one thing that I never really picked up the comics that was kind of on them, but they do have art books. Like Udon, those are fucking awesome because I'm a big fucking Street Fighter guy.
It makes me want to rip the fucking staples on and use them as posters.
You could.
I never understood the swimsuit comics. Like I was like,
It's for the people that like it.
Udon, you're doing alright. You just keep giving me Darkstalker stuff, I'll be happy. Street Fighter 2. I'm a fan of Street Fighter.
Fair enough.
But we have we're almost at the end of the show. You guys want to be part of the show, you could always drop a comment on our YouTube. Just search Grimworks.
Yeah.
And tell us what we should be reading, what you guys are reading, a good trade back you think we should read and review. Tell us we're fucking wrong about what we said. Maybe this comic week was really good and we're just horrible critics.
Yeah, maybe we're just doing this for fun and don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So you could always follow us on our social media. We have everything. We have Twitter, we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have the works. Just search out Grimworks. You'll see our ugly mugs.
Yeah.
And always subscribe, follow, like, share, hit that little ringer on YouTube for let YouTube know that you're listening. So it helps us out a little bit. And, you get notified with all the stuff we get out when it comes out.
And we're pretty close to getting 100 followers. We do need quite a bit more, but
we need 20.
If you can get us there, that'd be awesome. Just because we're looking for 100 subscribers on YouTube, so we can actually say youtube.com/Grimworks.
You know what you should do is to your sisters and your moms and your dad's cell phones, tablets. Go to the YouTube and go search Grimworks. Put subscribe. It's helping us. But we do have a sponsor, and we're talking about Marvel Capcom coming out. And I know there's a lot of people that don't have their personal arcade sticks, so they play on pads.
Yeah.
I'm a pad player. I'm not ashamed of it. I love the pad player.
I'm not a pad player for that, but you know what? Destiny 2 is coming out.
See, I'm talking about a good game. You're talking about garbage. Come on, boy.
D2 is coming out tomorrow. All right.
I'd rather play fucking Street Fighter 5.
And guess what, babies? You're gonna need some thumbsticks. 'Cause you know what? My hands get sweaty, especially when I'm playing a good story. I get fucking.
Oh, you get all into it.
I get fucking into it. My hands start climbing up because I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna beat this fucking raid boss?
Dude.
You know what you need? You need some goddamn thumbsticks.
Like before you got here to do the show, me and Eric were playing Tekken. Dude, it gets out there, the sweaty hands, and you're fucking.
It does.
Like you're talking shit. You're like, you can't beat me. He starts beating you, and you try to get back, and pad and grips and little fucking controller condoms help a lot.
They do.
And guess what? You could pick up some at fadegrips.store.
Yeah, fadegrips.store is the actual website that you're gonna want to go to.
Yeah, they have grips, controller cases. They have shirts. They have stickers. They have everything. I know Roman got a crate.
Yes, I did get a what they call they call it a pro/glow box, and what it is it's 4 sets of thumbsticks, and it could be any glows, it could be any pros. Now you do want to go for the pros. You know, you want to be a pro, you gotta get the gear like a pro.
Yeah, it has a little bit of extra cushioning.
It gives a little extra grip, and you know, it raises them just a bit. You know, because sometimes, you know, they're a little too high. At least for me, they're a little too high, especially with first-person shooters like Destiny, things like that. You have to be precise. The thing is, I'm not that kind of player. I just need a little extra help. So these add that. It's a great deal, $10 for that. And
but and when you're checking out or when you're gonna put your order in, there's a little thing to put a fucking code in.
That's right.
And if you put Grimmworks, capital GRIMMWORKS, I can spell.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. On the discount box, go ahead and put Grimmworks, capital GRIMMWORKS, and you'll get 20% off of your
20%. So
that's a good chunk.
$10 probably be like around 9, 8.
You're
Cover some of the shipping.
Exactly.
Cover the taxes.
Shipping's kind of a bitch. Once in a while, you know what I mean? You get fucked on it.
And you have yourself all these fucking grips for all your controllers, because we all know nobody just has one.
Exactly.
And we all know everybody wants to customize their stuff. So fadegrips.store, tell them Grimmworks send you.
Yep.
Get yourself that discount.
Yeah, and remember, it's not just PS4 like we do. It's Xbox. They have PS4 cases for Xbox and PS4. So go ahead and use our promo code. Get 20% off. That's capital GRIMMWORKS.
But say you don't want to comment. You say you don't want to go on social media. Guess what? We have an email. You can send us an email. You could go to citypod88@gmail.com.
That's right.
And you just fucking put a little comics.
And the title, just put comics.
And you can write whatever your heart desires. Tell us how bad we're doing. Tell us how good we're doing. Tell us, you know, how we just should stop.
And we're not gonna.
We're not gonna listen, but you know what? We're gonna come on camera or on a podcast and tell you, guess what? You told us we suck, and we're okay with it.
That's right. You know what? I don't care. I like doing this. It's probably one of the fun things in my life.
Yeah, but for now, thanks for fucking watching us.
Later, dudes.
We'll see you next week.